and welcome to Add More Zest. My name's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147, and I'm going to kit up this painting I got the other day from Paint with Diamonds, and of course I've put it on the bottom. It is this. I thought it might be a little bit of a quirky Christmas thing to hang up. And knowing me, if I left it till next year, it probably wouldn't get done. So I thought, let's just get it kitted up. I'm going to do it in my new Cottage Mills dot box, because there is some that I have quite a few of, as you can imagine. And it'll give me a chance to try a new company as well. So it doesn't come with an inventory sheet. I know I could cut this up and use this, and actually I'm thinking, would that work better than stickers? No, I don't think so, because of some of the boxes. Though I'm not sure how the stickers would work either on the small ones, because that's going to go over. Oh, maybe I need to kit these up differently and do them that way, with the symbol at the bottom and the DMC number at the top, because that's the actual little latch for getting in them. Or am I best cutting this up and using the strips? No, let's cut the canvas up. I think that might be the better option for me than the stickers, though I could do the stickers the other way up. I actually think I'm probably going to be best using this. It's a pity it doesn't come with an inventory sheet. Now, what I did want to note down, and I'm going to scribble out on the back of here, is 310 and 939. Are the two that have the most diamonds, and they are put on the box, on the bags as well. But then the next most is 666, 733. Okay. Oh, and 3865. So they're the ones that all have around 500-ish. Whereas those over 1,000 are 310 and 939. But I've got all the others. 817 is big-ish. But all the rest are sort of low quantities. So I just wanted a note of those. Okay, so let's do this a little bit different. Let's cut this up. So I won't be putting this in my logbook, obviously. I do need to fill in my logbook as well for this one. I've not added it, so I am going to need to add it to my logbook. But first things first, I'm going to cut these as close as I can. And then I'm going to cut very close to the symbols, because I don't want these stickers to be too long, so they don't fit on this tub. Cut across the bottom, and then cut close to the numbers going up. Now, I know some people do say to photocopy or scan this and then put it through on paper. But because we use a laser printer, because we need to use a laser printer for the business, the ones with a scanner or a photocopier, most of them tend to come with a photocopier rather than a scanner, makes the printer twice the size, and the printer's flipping huge as it is. Just search a Xerox laser printer and you'll see what I mean. They're massive. And quite often it's more of a photocopy feature that they have, which means it needs to be the size of A4 paper anyway, so I'd have to have cut it off. I could take a photo and print it, but I figure by the time I get to all of that, I've just cut the thing up and be done. Now it is a little bit stiffer to cut through when it is a canvas, but I'm fine with that. I'm actually fine with not having the legend to use, or the ledger to use, because it doesn't come with a second one for me to put into my logbook or on the back of the picture. But what I reckon I'll be doing with this one anyway is I'll be framing it. As soon as it's done, I'll be framing the picture, and it will be going up for Christmas, and then it'll go up in the loft in the frame. So I don't think I'm going to lose any diamonds off it, because it'll likely have an acrylic sheet over the top. I do need to go and buy a frame for it, and I need to look for a frame for it. And I might try and do that when I finish this video and get one on its way. I'm hoping that I can sort of get it done sooner rather than later, so it can go up with the Christmas decor. But I want to finish Mr. Quacker's first. He's so close to being finished, and I've got the frame for Mr. Quacker's. I picked up a frame for him, and yeah, so maybe I need to go look for a frame for this one, and then I can decide where it's going to go during Christmas. I'll probably put it in place of another picture that I have on the wall, so I can just take one picture off a hook, put this one up for Christmas, and then switch it back after Christmas. Right, let's see how this dot box works. I've been itching to try it. So 310 is one of my have loads of. There is a lot of colours in this one. I now can't remember how many it ended up being, which is not good because I need to put it in my logbook. So let me just see if I can find, okay, that's my little sheet, 35 colours. I'm going to keep that because it needs to go in my logbook. So 939 was one that I had loads of. And then I am sort of going by the bag. So 3865 is a medium. 666. What else have we got that's sort of full? 7. Oh, I had that one down. 733, though that's not got that many in there. And then I had 817, which is that one, which also doesn't have that much in. So I don't think I'm going to have a huge issue with what box to put stuff in, but I know this one, the biggest one that I have, is definitely going to be 310, and I'm very interested to see how many 310 I can get in it. I'm going to put it in one of the dots. Just sit it inside one of the little dots. Let's see how many I can get in. Whether I'm going to have an overflow or not. This has 14,000 diamonds in it. Okay, so I don't think they're all going to fit in, but I think it's getting very close. Look at that. Okay, I don't have many colours that I need loads for, so let's just try and get them all in the box rather than getting an extra bag for them. I don't want to fill them too much because I've got to be able to tip them into... Okay, that's a big one as well. They're two smaller ones. So let's move that big one up and put the two smaller ones there. Let's close the lid on that one. So it does have quite a bit more space still that I could potentially fit a lot more. But I'm also very conscious that I need to tip them into my tray to work on the painting. So I don't want to overfill these big ones too much. I've got a rogue diamond. Okay, So they're next to them. I could put a sticker on those to say that they're 310, but I don't think that's going to be a big deal. Then we've got 939. So I'll pop those in the other long one. And I reckon I'm going to have plenty of room in there. Nowhere near full. Would probably fit in a small one, but I'm working with sort of what I have got. And I want to fill up all these bigger ones if I can. Just because, one, it looks prettier when you've got diamonds in sort of all the boxes. I'd rather ignore the small ones than ignore the big ones. Just because the big ones are often easier to handle. Easier to stick the stickers on, easier to take out the box, all that sort of stuff. This does come with 52 boxes, but that does also include the fact, include these tiny ones. But I've got plenty for what I need for this kit. So I'm going to work on these ones that had higher numbers first off. Now I know that it's not going to have all the DMC and particular orders and things like that, but I can cope with that. Okay, 733. And when you're working on a painting like this, so this is from Paint with Diamonds, but they are kitted up just like Huracan. You need to be aware that you're looking at this number, not this one. Especially when you get to the low numbers. Just need to be conscious which one is the DMC number and which one isn't. Okay, 817. Because I'm pretty sure I have done it before where that was a DMC number, but that one was also a DMC number in my painting, the quantity. And I put it in the wrong place. Okay, that's those done. Let's have a look at what we've got left. Lots and lots of colours left. So for example, these only say I need 13, 15, 19. So that's over 100. That's just over 100. Under 100. I'm just going to go with what's under 100 and what's over 100 first. Under, over, over. Under. So now I'm looking at the number on the far right, so that says 53. It'll have more than 53 in it, but I just want to separate them because I'm working on boxes that are different sizes. Okay, so they're going to be all my smaller boxes. Now of these, just going to see if I can get them in an order-ish. Okay, that's over 200, that's over 200. Okay, that's sort of the order that they go in numbers-wise. And then I've got two that are over 100. See, this is what's weird. It says I need 261 of these, or in the bag is 261. In the bag of this is 224. Don't know about you, but I think there's more in here than there is in here. So, but they're both going to go in these bigger boxes anyway, because that's what I have next. So 3819, loving the lime green. So let's pop that one in. And then I'm just going to work my way down. I do like the fact that they're in baggies. It does make kitting up a lot quicker. And I think I've made it a lot quicker for myself by not doing stickers as well. 833. It's going to be a lot of black though. I'm going to be testing their diamonds by putting down so much black. You tend to find if any company is going to have a problem with diamonds, and it's not always the case, but it's often the case, that if we have a trouble with them, it tends to be the black that shows any potential problems more. I think it's because they can't check the black as much, or maybe it's because of the way the black's made, or maybe it's just due to the quantity in which the black is made, because it is an extremely popular colour. Okay, 3371. 3371. What I do like, and the reason I'm still using these boxes, even though I'm not filling them up anywhere near capacity, I'm going to use these boxes because I do like the fact that when there's only a few in the bottom, if you're on a little bitty section where you only need one or two, you can just dip your pen into the box and pull them out. Okay, 762. I'm going to have to put this to one side because there is the dot cut out here. But they do fit on the little lip, so that's good. But for example, this one will show it very well. This long box. Look, it's like a tray in itself. If you only need 2 or 3, just pull out the diamonds that are the right way up. And job done. They do move about a little bit, but it's not too bad. 834. Letter Y. But yeah, it's amazing how many colours there are in this, considering it is such an image with so much black. There must be so much, the other parts must be quite confetti-ish, which will be quite nice and interesting to do. Of course, they do show these when they first come. The boxes are stacked on each other that way, but I need to be able to see what's in them, which is why I've turned them all onto their side. I'm quite interested to try these. It's a new box system for me. It's a new storage system. Somebody in the group showed a picture of their painting that they were working on, and I spotted the storage in the background because I'm a bit of a sucker for different types of storage. I don't know whether it'll become a firm favourite, trying to get some of the boxes out. I don't think it'll have the same draw as, you know, same pull for me as some of the others do. But I think there will be paintings that this will work perfectly on. With having the different size boxes, maybe bigger paintings, it will be good for because of that. Little clear out of some bags out of my way. Okay, 844. Oh, I am so glad I cut the canvas off though. So much easier. And at the end of the day, if something really bad happened and a load of labels fell off, I could always pull up my video to see what I should have been doing. Oh, this is working out as well. It's like it was made for it. I've got to the end of the diamonds that say they've got more than 100 in. And I've got to the end of the bigger boxes in this storage. I mean, look, there's loads of room in that tub. But as I say, I like the fact that if I only need a couple, I can just dip my hand in. So I suppose the question is now, and what's going to be now, is am I going to have enough of these small boxes that I don't need to touch these tiny ones. Let's just start, I think. What's the lowest numbers I've got in here? So I've got a 14, a 15 and a 16. So I'm going to try and go roughly with the highest numbers, but I'm not going to be too precious. I know they're all going to, you know, most of these are going to go into these boxes anyway. I'm just trying to sort of keep the pattern. But this says it has 84 diamonds. I think there's definitely more than 84 there. How many more? I don't know. But it should give us quite a few extras when it needs dekitting. Which unfortunately, the video for this, if it does need, or when it needs dekitting, will actually be after Christmas. Because I'm going to be busy with December Advent. And I've actually scheduled, I've not filmed yet, but I have scheduled what videos will be shown between now and Advent starting. And starting our daily whip and chat for the month of December. So I've picked, there will be a dekitting, but it's actually a different painting. I'm hoping to have Mr. Quackers finished. As I'm filming this video, he's not quite finished. But I've given myself a week before I need to do the video, so hopefully he will be fully finished. But we'll see how it goes. If I do get this one finished, I will of course let you know in the December Advent. I'll let you know that he's done. I might even give a sneak peek if people are interested in him being finished. I'll give you a little sneak peek of what he looks like done if I've got him done. I say if because life happens. We all know life happens, and it can throw you curveballs when you least expect it. But yeah, I'll keep you up to date on if he's finished or not. But I'm kitting him up now, but I'm hoping to finish Mr. Quackers before I start him. And then I think because Christmas will be coming, it will force me to do him as quick as I can. That's my fault anyway. Right, these are the 50s. So 8, 2, 3. I think I'm going to have plenty of boxes for what I need. I'm not going to have to use the small ones, which is good. Because while they'll fit the diamonds, they're just a bit too small for putting stickers on and being able to see. It's more the stickers than it is the pots. Every now and then, one of them just, there we go. I couldn't get it to sit straight upright. It was annoying me. 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, 8. More green. They do tip up a little bit, but as soon as they've got some weight in these boxes, they do tend to stay down. Or what you can do is just move the lid a little bit and move that, you know, tipping point over. 3, 3, 4, 6. Another green. And I might reshuffle these yet, depending on how tricky the symbols are. But I think I'm going to be doing a lot of black to start off with. Get a lot of the bulk colour done. And then enjoy, you know, a bit of normal colour after that. Okay, so that was the 50s. That's the only, oh no, they're the 40s. So 318. 318. A grey. So is anybody else, let me know in the comments below, is anybody joining in for the Advent but also possibly trying to either finish another painting before the Advent starts? Or are you going to have another picture to do while you're doing the Advent? I know I will be kitting up soon. I'm not sure when. I've picked what videos need to go up between now and the 1st of December. But I can't remember exactly when for all of them, and they've not all been filmed yet. But I am hoping to kit up another diamond painting for me to do over the Advent period in between. I may also do some of my minions, the large size minions maybe. A lot will depend on what painting I end up kitting up, because I'm going to let the app decide. So if it's a painting, I mean, all the pictures that I've still got in my stash, I love. They wouldn't be in my stash if I didn't like them. But there are some pictures that when you start them, you're either not in the mood for the confetti or you're not in the mood for the blocking, depending on what it picks. Especially with me having nearly finished Mr. Quacker's, which of course has a lot of whites, and I've quite enjoyed doing that. I've then doing this one that I'm kitting up that has a heck of a lot of black in this one. If my app picks another painting with a big block of colour, I'm looking at one here, it's a gorgeous little fox, but the whole top half of a 30 by 40, the whole top half is white. If the app happens to pick that one, and I've got no idea which it'll pick, then I might mix in doing the minions just to vary up and to bring me a bit of colour in my life. I might do a section one evening, you know, on the fox if it picks that, and then I might do a section on my minions the next night, which is a bit more colour variant but not too confetti, and I might mix things up that way. If it picks a painting that is quite colourful, you know, and I don't feel like I'm bored of it, then I might finish the painting first, and then potentially if I get it finished and I've got this one finished and it's not, we're still on the Advent, which is wishful thinking, but you never know. If that was to all happen, then I would pull out minions while I'm waiting to kit up another one. But we'll see how it goes. We will see. But I like to have paintings kitted up and ready so I can do the kitting up on camera, get everything ready to go. And then sometimes it takes me a little bit longer to get them done. Sometimes it doesn't. We'll just see. We will see. Right, I'm nearly done on the diamonds. I do still need to sort out, I need to put the information into my logbook for this. I may have to fill some of it in after, because I haven't brought my Mac in with me to get certain things like prices. That would normally be put into my logbook, but I haven't finished sort of setting everything up finally yet. Let's just go in number order now, I think. So then I want 315. What I do like about these boxes as well is you can just buy the boxes, like sets of the boxes on their own, which means you could potentially get a series of boxes, pick the box that works for your painting, for the number of your diamonds, and then fill up like an empty box with the ones that suit best. If you were going to, you know, fully invest in the system and have as many options as possible, that is something that is always an option. Oh, we've got purple in this as well. 3835. This painting hasn't even made it to sort of my stash either. I haven't got my stickers on there. So normally I will sticker up my canvas and I'll sticker up the diamonds. This didn't even get to the point of that because I decided it needed to be done. It needed to be done now, not later. So, logbook. Get my logbook and all its bits out. I don't even know if this has made it to the My Stash list. So this is a square. I should know that, I've just kitted it up. It's not even made it to here. So let's call it Grinch Christmas. Grinch Christmas. And it is a 30 by 40. So I'm not going to mark the completed yet because it's not completed. Let me just zoom you in a little bit while I'm writing in my small writing. So that's been added. I don't need spares for it. Logbook. Now, what I tend to do is ones I've not yet finished, go further back. And then I move it forward when it's finished. So this one is called Grinch Christmas. It is a 30 by 40. I know they call it a 40 by 30, but in my head it's always 30 by 40. It's double-sided tape. It's full drill. It has 35 colours. It's square and it does have DMC. No, I've not marked any of the quality boxes yet because that comes later. Purchase from, so this is from Paint with Diamonds. I can't remember, I will have a note on my computer of exactly when I ordered it. I don't know when it was received. Because I do have quite a few parcels coming in all the time and I don't note those down. I can note down what it costs, and then I did look back on the notes and I can put in brackets PR. I'm sure she said PR. Yeah, for basically it being gifted to me for a review. So I'll pop that information in there, and then I will fill in the date that I start it when I actually have finished Mr. Quacker's. And I will also, in fact, let's take this off. While we've already cut half of this canvas up anyway, let's just cut the rest up. Because I want how I store the pictures and everything like that. I want it to be different for, not always different, but I don't want it to be the same for every single painting, because then I have to follow that pattern. Now what I do with all of the paintings that I have not yet finished, so kitting up is fine, but the ones that I've not yet finished, I stick the picture to this side of the logbook with a little bit of washi tape. It's there more for a visual, because sometimes it's always easier for a picture to catch your eye when you're flicking through like that than it is for the words to flip. But this will get stuck on this side when I've finished the painting, because it will move forward to my completed section. So this is my completed section, and I will take that page out, slip it in there and stick that on that side of my logbook. The more you watch me, the more it'll become clear. I have started. It's not at the point where I have every diamond painting in my stash in here yet. I want to get them all to the point that all of them are here and they're all in the back ready. So normally I wouldn't have to create this page when I'm kitting up. I actually wouldn't necessarily touch this logbook when I'm kitting up unless I wanted to keep, say, the inventory sheet if it had one, or the image, and all I would do then is add that. But this one wasn't even in here, so I needed to add the details. So that's my logbook stash. In fact, my washi tape can go in there as well. Let me zoom you back out because I just want to prepare the canvas. So this can now go. That's what I wanted, 35 colours to put in my logbook. That can go. Sticker sheet I don't need. I don't need scissors. What I do need is a craft knife, and I've got a feeling it's not in this room. It's not. We had a parcel arrive yesterday. Bear with me, I'll be back. Have my craft knife. So I want to cut this into sections, and I've just got it, and I'm actually thinking I could just use the sections that there are and just fold them back. I don't need to cut them. I do need to put some washi tape on it though. Look at the size of that overhang. In fact, let's see if we can cut this overhang off. It's huge. So if you can see, I don't know if you can see, but this is the edge of, so I've put my ruler across the edge of the actual diamond painting, and this is how much it's overhanging. And underneath this overhang is glue. Now with double-sided tape, and only with double-sided tape, you can't do this with poured glue. Doesn't feel like it's, there we go, that's now scoring it. Now you need to be careful not to cut all the way through, because you don't want to cut all the way through the canvas, but you can use a ruler to sort of cut through the top layer of the tape, and that's what I was initially going to do to section it off. But with some glue, not all of them, but most of the double-sided tape ones, if you score through the glue, you can actually peel it off. And this is one of the more awkward ones. This is one of the ones that doesn't seem to want to come off. Let me just check it's actually scored through the glue. This is the not that nice glue though, I think. We just go over it again and check, because if I can get it to come off, yeah, this is the stuff that doesn't come off as nicely. Some of the double-sided tape, you can pull it and it will just take the whole thing off. This is more of a tissue tape. This just pulls apart. So you can get it off, but you do need to push it all the way and roll it up on itself. You can't just get hold of it and pull. It's too fragile. But there is just far too much of this for me to be fighting with it when I'm diamond painting. Especially because I'm going to be starting at the bottom. And I'm going to start at the bottom because that's where the most black is. And I want to get the black out the way and then do the nice bit at the end. So I'm just going over it again lightly, just to make sure it's cut through the glue. And then I'm going to roll it up on itself. In fact, that was the last section. Sticky stuff. Okay. rolling it up on itself seems the easier option. And I'm keeping this paper down because of course I want this part to work. And now I've got 2 bits of rolled up glue. Just score down again, just very lightly. It's only, this double-sided tape is only like tissue paper with glue on it. So you do not need a lot. But it allows me to take that glue off and then I don't have to deal with it. So let's do it for the others as well. Because the whole of this diamond painting is in black, I can see all the way around it. But I am going to take the top paper off before I take the glue off. And that allows me to make sure that I am only cutting through the right part and I've not got any black. See if I can get this to start off. This is where I cut it off to take the picture off. Come on. And if you can remember to do this or put washi tape around it when you're kitting up your painting, it's so much easier. There are many times that I forget when I'm kitting up to deal with the edges. So I do have a roll. Oh, that's starting to rip and not all come off. I do have a roll of washi tape in my little cart. I have a little IKEA cart that I keep my diamond painting trays and pens and all that sort of stuff in. I do keep some washi tape in there. So if I do go to start a painting, okay, that's messing with me now. If I do go to start a painting and I forgot to washi tape my edges, then I can just grab some. It was ripping and I don't know if it's because I was trying to do such a long piece or whether it was because it wasn't cut properly. And I'm just pushing it up with my finger and letting my finger push the glue onto itself, but then I keep having to get bits that have ripped, trying to make them catch and go with the rest of them. Oh, it's like a workout. Still better done now than when I'm diamond painting, that's for sure. Just make sure that that is cut through the tape. So I don't want it coming off the actual canvas itself. If it does, that's my own fault. Because you'll have seen me on camera mess with it all. Doesn't like to come off your fingers now. Now, sometimes it's not worth doing this on the small edges, just because it doesn't come up as easy. But it's always worth a try, especially on some of the bigger sections, like that side was. I don't think I'm going to bother with this side or this one, because the actual gap between the two is very small. So can you see that's actually really small? And I don't want to end up pulling up the rest. Now, I was going to use my ruler and score this top sheet. And if it does score the glue, then that's fine too. Like, it doesn't matter if it scores the glue if you're not pulling it up, because it'll just stay flat. But I think I'm going to leave it because I can actually pull this up and I can look at how much black before I get to any colour. Oh my goodness. I can actually fold this up according to how much time I've got. So if I've only got half an hour, I might just fold it up to there and do that amount of black. Whereas if I've got a good couple of hours, I might pull it all the way up and do that whole section of black. And then I do tend to move across. So I do have some colour here in the bauble. And then this section, no, pretty much has just black. Loads of black. So I'll have a big section of black, then I'll have some that's not black, and then I'll have black again. It'll vary it up for me a bit. I'm actually trying to think, I might put it on my light pad this way and do, so for example, I might do all the way up to there, because I'm trying to save the fun part till last, and do all the way up to there, all the way up, and then start working on this side. And that will then give me all this colour variant with the red, the white, the greens. It's also got the 939 colours in up here as well. And then I can work my way up to the next section that will be a bit nicer. I'll have had some of the rest of it further down just to break it up, and then do, get hold of it, and then do that top part that's also got a little bit but also a lot of black. I'll see what takes my fancy when I actually start it, but diamonds are done. Canvas is as prepped as it's going to get. Diamonds are all in there ready. See how long it takes me to get rid of those 2 pots of black before I'm just working on the one. And if I find that that one's too hard to work from, I can always tip them into a smaller one. Tip a few into the smaller one and work from that. We'll see how we go. And we'll see if the Grinch is ready for Christmas or not. Or if it drives me up the wall and I stop working on it. We'll see how it goes. It would be the black that drove me up the wall. But we'll see what happens. He's kitted up, he's ready. And black will be a nice change from white when I've finished Mr. Quackers. Thank you all so much for watching though, and I'll speak to you all again soon.